What would happen if an army of tens of thousands,
The great host, led by the Golden Prince, suddenly vanished from the face of the earth.
without leaving a single trace.
Not defeated, not taken prisoner. They won't catch me. I won't surrender. I will not die here.
but hunted for 9 straight days.
Until the very last man fell.
This was not just a battle.
This was the moment all of Europe realized in shock.
Nightmares aren't just legends.
The nightmare is riding on horseback, carrying a bow.
And it comes from the east.
welcome to the Battle of the Kalka River, Mongolia's first slaughter at the gates of Europe.
In the early 13th century, while European kingdoms were preoccupied with crusades,
Or squabbling over petty lands.
In the east, a colossal shadow was covering the horizon.
it wasn't merely an empire.
It was a war machine, driven by the iron will of Genghis Khan.
Fast as lightning. Silent as the night.
The city, once a jewel of the Silk Road, was reduced to ashes in a single night of relentless fire.
After crushing China and Central Asia, Genghis Khan gave orders to his 2 most loyal and terrifying dogs of war.
Subutai. Subutai. Jisong. Hanjebe.
They brought no heavy supply trains. Only 20,000 elite horsemen. Their mission? It wasn't to capture cities.
It was the greatest reconnaissance mission in history.
They went to measure the strength of the Western world.
They went to sow the seeds of terror.
As Mongol hooves touched the western plains, they encountered the Kipchaks. Nomadic warriors known for their ferocity.
But against the might of Subutai, the Kipchaks could do only one thing:
Run!
They fled to the Rus principalities, kneeling before the princes and pleading.
Please, Prince, we beg your aid against the horde. Today they take our land. Tomorrow they will take your heads. A massive alliance was formed. The Rus princes gathered their forces. Mstislav the Bold, Mstislav of Kiev, and all the rest.
Tens of thousands of soldiers in gleaming armor. Proud, heavy cavalry.
They looked at their numbers, then at the Kipchak survivors, and laughed. What's so scary about those Eastern barbarians? We have the numbers. We have justice on our side.
They entered the war with the mindset of hunters.
They had no idea that in Subutai's eyes,
they would just prey, leading themselves into a trap. As soon as they saw the Rus alliance, the Mongols did something that shocked everyone.
they turned and fled.
Keep chasing them! Day after day! Do not let them rest!
The pursuit stretched across endless grasslands.
Day 3.
Their supplies were running low.
Day 6. The ranks began to fracture. Arrogant princes, wanting the glory for themselves, pushed their horses too fast. They left their infantry and supply lines far behind.
Day 9. The Rus alliance was no longer an army.
It was a tattered ribbon of men, stretching for dozens of miles.
Hungry, exhausted, and completely lost.
And that was the moment Subutai stopped. At the banks of the Kalka River, he slowly drew his blade.
Maya. The game was over. The game was over.
The Battle of Kalka was not a heroic hand-to-hand fight.
It was a mass execution. It was execution.
The Mongol army turned back like a wild beast.
It was an execution on a massive scale.
A rain of arrows.
Panic spread like wildfire. They tried to form a line, but it was already too late.
You fools! The enemy is at the gate, yet you still refuse to see the truth! I will never agree to this madness! This battle is lost!
No coordination! No unified command!
They moved like ghosts, striking where it hurt, then vanishing.
Hitting the weak points, retreating when challenged, then surrounding from behind.
Blood stained the Kalka River red.
The once proud Rus soldiers threw away their weapons and ran for their lives.
They ran into the void, but Mongol horses were faster than death. One by one, the wings of the army were swallowed whole.
There was no more mercy. There was no mercy.
There was no escape.
After the battle, a group of Rus princes surrendered. They were given a promise. Not a single drop of your blood will be spilled upon the earth. They believed the lie. The Mongols kept their word in the most brutal way imaginable.
They dug a large pit and forced the princes to lie down inside it.
The rulers were laid side by side like logs.
Then, they placed heavy wooden planks over them.
On top of those boards, the Mongol generals set their feast. They drank, sang, and celebrated their victory.
Below the planks, the bones of the princes began to shatter.
Crushed under the weight of the celebration. They died slowly from suffocation and excruciating pain.
While their enemies danced upon their heads.
It was a cold, unforgiving message sent to all of Europe.
Never face the Mongols if you wish to keep your life.
The Battle of the Kalka River was just a test run.
After wiping out the strongest army in the region, all that remained were rivers to cross and riches to seize.
Subutai quietly withdrew his forces back to the east, as if they were never there.
Europe breathed a sigh of relief, thinking it was just a random disaster.
They were wrong!
15 years later, the Mongols returned.
This time, it wasn't a test.
It was to conquer. And by then, no alliance was strong enough to stop them.
History never forgets, but people do. And the price of forgetting is always paid in blood.
If this story sent a chill down your spine, hit like and subscribe.
Do you want to hear about Genghis Khan's greatest revenge mission? Tell us.
Or how Subutai conquered 32 nations on his own?
Leave a comment below, and I'll make that video for you.
The river still flows, but the ghosts of the fallen remain.
Next up, do you want a deep dive into the military genius of Subutai?
The man who never lost a single battle in his entire life? Relentless! Unstoppable! Legendary!
Lest we forget the cost of arrogance.
The maps change, but the lessons stay the same.
From the Pacific to the heart of Europe.
Stay tuned for more epic tales of the ancient world.
The decree of the Khan is absolute.
Thank you for watching this journey into the dark past.
I'll see you in the next battle!
Don't forget to hit the bell icon.
Click here to see how Subutai defeated the West.
This is History Unveiled.